All right, this beautiful little thing, which doesn't look beautiful, it doesn't look like you did anything on it. The only unique thing are these laser painters. This is all the beauty. This is all the beauty we made. I would suggest you watch the video if you haven't, but in the case that you have, or that you don't give a shit, here's what this weapon does. It tracks the center of mass and consistently shears up and down to cut directly through the center of mass and cut a ship in half. Now, it's pretty effective, but, you know, this ain't a ship yet. So what we're going to do is actually build a ship. So what we're gonna do is actually build a ship around this thing. Ooh. I just got a vision. God has ordained this project. I just got a vision. I just got a vision. 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 Once you see this frame, you're gonna start to see the vision. Center. Pull it up. God, it's perfect. Oh my God. God has ordained it. All right. Phase 1 of the vision. Perfect. We realize we need a third one because if we're going to have bisecting lasers, we're going to need the bisecting pride flag colors. No, I need like the colors. I should specify. Oh, come on, give me the... Okay, the color codes. YouTube recently asked me if I wanted to sell, like, some audience data, and I declined, obviously, but shit, maybe I need to. Maybe they need more money. If they can't make an AI that fucking works. Doesn't look right. Did I do my math right? Yeah, I was giving him... Website I got him from was out of 255, and then I'm doing it out of... God damn it! I accidentally did it to 225 instead of 255, so they're all wrong. This is supposed to be 66. Yeah, that looks more like it. God dang it. God dang it. Because these are out of 255, and I need to switch them to a percentage. Why does it have, like, hex, RGB, CMYK, Pantone, and RAL, but not percentage? Who the fuck uses RAL anymore? Is RAL even a thing anymore? $1927 is when they made it. And they got rid of it in 1993. It's like 30 years. Hang on. Bruh. I work as an anesthesia tech, and, you know, everyone knows those silly, funny videos of, like, people waking up from anesthesia and saying dumb shit. And so I get, like, a good story like that at least a couple times a week. It's pretty solid, but there was this one that stood out to me yesterday while I was at work. She wakes up and stares right at me and goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, who are you?" And I introduce myself, let her know that I'm just here to help her wake up. She goes, "You're the doctor?" And I go, "No." And she goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." And the nurse comes over and it's like, "All right, ma'am," she says her name, but I'm not going to say her name, obviously. "All right, ma'am, you're just waking up from surgery. We're going to get you to recovery." And she goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't need recovery. I'm fine." And tries to sit up and fails to because she's waking up from surgery. And I, kind of, gently set her back down. And I'm like, "No, you're going to need recovery. You just got done with a very big surgery." And she looks up at me and goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who are you?" And she said it like the exact same way every time. I loved it so much. Alright, so that's most of the middle section of the ship done. I didn't put a lot of work on the inside. I will be detailing it more. but that's just the general outline. I'm gonna put a bridge on top of there, but a really like sleek flat bridge that comes up and angles forward. I just want it to all look like it's like angling up and forward. You can see right at the front, I've got those sloped blocks and how the whole front head slopes up and is a massive chunk of armor, but it's only like 2 heavy wedges deep, heavy 4-meter wedges deep. I don't want to do like a complete meta-ass front side that spams wedges, but it's kind of a meta-ass front side that spams wedges. Alright, here we've got the basics of the bridge. Dope-ass captain's chair, as is required for every spaceship. Alright, I do like that. How the hell am I gonna... Okay, I'm gonna slot these 2 in, but then... right there, because that one can't fit. Alright, here we have it. And it's blue because it needs to look like space from the outside. Alright, I think I'm going to plate the front with heavy armor right here. Ooh, that would be sleek. Alright, we're going to trim it off so it... Ooh, you know what? I like that so much. Might do this. I'm gonna draw it down 1 further. And do something special right here. No, that's way too steep. There we go. That's much more like it. Oh, that is not like it. That's like it. See, this looks so fucking smooth. And how do we do it here? I wonder if it's like a 1 to 3 left. Not gonna work. It has to be equal parts, so it would have to be a 1 to 2 or a 2 to 4. 1 to 2. We do this, and we scale it down like this to half the size. Nope, not half. Up. A third. There we go. Perfect. And now it should be a 2 to 3, right? The stripes make it go faster. Vision. And then we just run this down and it's like... looks all shielded and everything. Beautiful. You know what, they look like radiators. Actually, that makes sense because, well, they are radiators. It's the heat decoy. They're literally just radiators. We need to hide it because jet engines do not look right for this, but it's going to be flying so low that we're not going to actually be using ion engine. All right, so we're going to give these their own name and then have a breadboard controlling it. All right, so if we move faster, if we start moving faster, gonna brighten up. At like 10, it'll be a subtle glow. At like 80, it's bright as fuck. All right, here's the actual person who's piloting the ship, and the captain just like dramatically sits there. We all know this from Star Trek. The captain doesn't like actually steer or anything. The captain kind of just like sits there in the center of the bridge and aura farms. That's it. All right, we're going to do a little bit of math here. Breadboard math, so it's easy. I've been doing so much Lua recently that it's just a... This is just so easy comparatively. But this is going to set the idle azimuth. Going to be -90. Ah, I was fitting this and it perfectly fits a slightly reduced powerhouse engine. All right, now we just need to fuck do we do this? I forgot the decorations on this one. All right, the side engines are done and now we just need to do this connecty bit flush out the back and add the lasers. All right, so we've gotten the 2 engines, and these actually have engines in them in addition to being, thrusters in the back. Now we just gotta set up the lasers, and I think we can just put material storage in these 2 giant front wings because that being damaged doesn't matter as much. Oh, and then we do have to smooth out the back still and make the connector, but, that should be very easy. All right. I actually like the bisecting pride flag colors. It's kind of cool looking. Screenshot. Oh, it looks really cool in slow motion. Now if we spawn in some sort of target, let's plop in a crossbones. It should do nothing. It should do nothing. And then when we start renaming the lasers to laser, because before it did any weapon, and that would be an issue because our thrusters are technically weapons. But if we're nice and lined up, this thing has a very small aiming angle. There we go. There's only one firing? Huh? Oh, I only named one laser. Now we get all 6. It's white and it's bisexual. It's fire. This is actually pretty cool looking. Or sorry, it's bisexual. My mistake. It with the multiple lasers is actually pretty cool. I imagine the lasers are going to start hitting itself, though. Because of how long the front bit is. Yep. Yeah, we're hitting ourselves. I really made a mistake by making heavy armor be my, aesthetic trim. Alright, let's see how close this thing is to fly. Oh, look at that. It looks so cool when it's flying. It turns really shittily, which is surprising considering how many hidden engines I have right here. Reverse. 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 Let's make sure that the reverse breadboard's working. Now are we good? Oh, it's working. Oh my god. Look at it. Oh, I love it. It's so cool. Then it flips back forward to go up. Oh my god, I love it. The vision worked. All right. Let's see how it fares in a real fight. No more kid gloves with it. What is it, like 1 million? All right, time to face it up against something that's also 1 million. I will start at a very reasonable 3,000 meters. Not too far, because this thing's better at farther ranges. We're going to have to find something that does have one. Here, tier is exactly 1 million as well. Let's see how it works. Immediate damage. Sinking down. Flips its thruster to start moving backwards. Jesus Christ, those railguns. Let's make sure that these are actually, like, properly switching automatically. They are. Oh, it exposed its side. I don't know why it kept going forward. Ooh, what the fuck? It's using this for pitch? Ew. God damn. The automatic propulsion control is actually just that shit. Alright, let's try this again. This time, hopefully, we don't just... This time, we're not going to use our main thrusters. Can we please lock on? Alright, we can't. This time, hopefully, we're not going to be using our main thrusters to go... What the fuck are you doing? Oh, because it went to straight back, and so they did... You know, I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie. Alright, now we're properly front-siding. The tier has some of the... Or, I don't know, the tier. I don't know shit about the tier. But I know the Steel Striders have some of the nastiest railguns in the game. So it is not a surprise that our front-sider is struggling to tank them. What kind of damage are we doing? Oh, pretty good, but I don't think it's going to be good enough quick enough. I didn't want to make this a full cheese, just wedge spam shitty front-sider, but... You know, maybe that's how you deal with these ships. Damn, and the ephemeral is knocked out. That's a darn shame. It was close, but this thing relies so heavily on fully completing the bisection that the fact that it didn't get there in time meant it was just getting railed on. God, look at it using it to lift itself up. Alright. Is this a more reasonable threat for it to face? Missile. God damn. I mean, these are similar in price. Alright, it's about to finish it off. Yep, there it goes. And now the Thresher Shark's chalked and the tier has, or the ephemeral has won. It's bisecting Pride Month. It's not actually bisecting Pride Month, just ended, but... Cool. It is so cool. The way it tips, I actually kind of like it. But, yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of this episode. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun building an actual, just, like, cool, nice-looking ship that did fun things. It's been a while since I've mounted one of my stupid weapons on a cool, nice-looking ship that does fun things. Actually, have I ever done that? I think normally the ship is as stupid as the weapon. Either way, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of this. Leave any suggestions in the comments below, or check my Discord. I'm much more likely to respond to suggestions on the suggestions channel there. But regardless of what you choose to do, have a nice day. Thank you.